And what do you know about like dislocated hips? Are they more common on the right or the left hip? Oh, it's a test question. Left, okay? So this little baby, when you were looking at her, you notice a couple things. Her left butt looked a little flat. Remember, we talked about flat butts in kids. She didn't have a nice, when she was, when you flipped her over or you tried to hold her up, she didn't have a nice butt crease, okay? It wasn't really there, okay? The crease of the rear, you know, your cleft, gluteal cleft, okay? And then the other thing, you know, she's just not abducting that left hip as much. It's not like this one's going out, but she's holding, that's your right hip. This one's going out, and this one's kind of staying here. It's just not abducting more. So all those things, left hip, not abducting their hip, flat butt, loss of a gluteal fold, you're like, that to me are, those things kind of add up to the possibility of some form of dysplasia of the hip, okay? And so, you know about dysplasia of the hip, could have a couple things going on. You could have a real shallow acetabulum. Maybe the hip was, remember the picture of the kid I showed you? The round circle? And we talked about why kids come out all messed up. Remember that? It was all jammed up. Had his like medial aspect of his foot next to his cheek. Remember that? Okay. So the hip could be, the acetabulum could be shallow, may have a malformed femoral head, could be a lot of different things. So the first test you're going to do is this. You're going to have this little kid, I've got to get in a little kid position again, okay, and pretend to be small, okay? So basically what I do is I come up, excuse my hands, but I'm going to grab her like this and like this, the little kid like this and this on. This thumb's going to go on the, actually you can go here. This thumb goes on the inside, this one comes around on the outside. You could grab underneath like this too. So basically you got your fingers on the greater trochanters like this, lift your legs up, look. Fingers on the greater trochanters like this, and the hip is out on the left. So what I do is I take my hand and I push it in, I do this with it, and it goes, it clicks. Guess what I just did to it? I reduced it. And then I take my thumb and I push it out, and it goes, and what happened then? I pushed it out, I dislocated it. So Ortoloni's out to in, Barlow's in to out. Okay? Now, when you do this test, you don't go click, 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 over and over again, okay? You just go, oh, it reduced, it came out, maybe once or twice, that's it, I'm done. Does that make sense? Try it on each other. I'm just kidding. Okay. But that's a really important test.